Hello everybody and welcome back to another map first impressions video. Today we're going to take a look at a map that's over at the mod hub at farmingsimulator.com in the beta section. And unlike most maps where I actually try to pronounce the name, I'm just going to completely give up on this and I'm going to use Google Translate and see if it can help me out. So today we're going to take a look at...
DolnośląskaWieś.
That's right, let's hear it again.
DolnośląskaWieś.
Well, I could not have said that better myself, that is for sure. So, at any rate, this map has 60 fields. It is seasons prepared. There are all 3 animal types on the map based on the description, and this map is set in Poland. Let's go ahead and jump on in, and we've taken out some mods here. We've got just basically our standard map review mods. We've got the disable vehicle collision. We're going to use our gator today, and we're going to go ahead and have all the DLCs selected when we pull it up. Go ahead and pull up the log. Now, I wasn't going to do a video on this map for the sole purpose of the fact that when I first got in here to take a look around, I was having some serious frame issues. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the frame counter up. I typically don't do that, but I'm going to go ahead and leave that up because when I was exploring this place initially, I would see the frame counter drop from 60 to like the 20s and jump back up to the 60s fairly regularly, and it was a little annoying. But I am going to do a video. This was requested by one of my viewers. So I'm going to go ahead and tough it out and see if we can get it done. Just for reference, I am using an i5 6600K processor running at standard clock speed with an NVIDIA GX 960 graphics card, and everything is pretty much set up on high mode, just to give you a frame of reference as far as video performance. So let's take a look at the map itself. So here we are, and the first thing you may notice is we've got a lot of fields out here that are colored but are not numbered. If we zoom in, you can see this line here that goes around the map. That line delineates the map border. And you'll notice that all the fields that do not have field numbers are outside of that border. So the map has basically crops growing outside of the actual map border to give it some life, and I expect during your gameplay these may change state. You know, they may go to harvested and all of that. I don't know. I haven't put a whole lot of time on the map. We do have some additional crops on this map. We have oat and rye also on the map, and let's take a look at the fields we own. So we start out by owning fields 21, 23, 31, and 34. Yep, not seeing any other numbers there. And we have 2 main sell points on the map that take most of our crops. And then we've got the barn sell point, which also is equipped to take hay pellets and straw pellets. And we have I guess this is a sawmill. Got our spinnery there. We have a sell point exclusively for sugar beets and for potatoes. Oh no, sorry. This sell point takes other crops, but we do have a specific sell point for sugar beets. You see our list of our starting equipment, and none of that is leased. And let's go ahead and take out a loan so that we can buy up the animals as we explore the map. Okay. And we start with all 3 animal types on the map, sheep, pigs, and cows, but we do not have any particular number of animals to start with. And our silo has a capacity of 120,000 liters. All right, let's take a look at that starting equipment. We start with 2 Fetor tractors, ranging horsepower from 117 to 127, so we've got quite a narrow range there of power. We've got front loader arms and a bucket, the small 5.90 harvester with grain header and header trailer. Got a pair of small tippers, 15,000 and 8,000 liters. We've got the small cultivator. Well, actually, we got two cultivators that are both 3 meters in length. We've got the small plow, and the rest of our small equipment fleet, the baby seeder, a small fertilized spreader, and a small sprayer. Again, nothing is leased. So we're going to get up our gator here. We're going to lease this thing. And let's take a look at the shop. Shop. There it is. There's our gator. Let's hit reset. And look at that. The reset point is way up here by field 6. How interesting is that? All right, so let's go ahead and explore the main farmyard here. I guess this is our main house. I will be checking random doors because in my exploration, I found that there are a fair number of doors on this map that open and get you access into various buildings. And love the rundown nature of lots of this architecture. So here's our plow. See our chickens here, and we've got all kinds of little doors that we can open up here. In all of these buildings. Got things like ladders that we can climb. Across the way here, there is a cool building that has prop up top. It's not usable, but it has a heap of what looks like wheat up there. Our harvester and our header. I did notice this one little issue here with this particular building. We've got a kind of a see-through wall here. But if we come out and look on this side, we don't have that problem. So that was something interesting that I noticed. This door doesn't actually open, but this one does. Got broken out windows here. Pretty cool. Start with a seed bag and a liquid fertilizer pallet. Four doors that open up. Front loader arms. And here we are at the cow area. Oh, no, doesn't open. Oh. So here's our farm silo. This is where we tip in and where we fill out. Got our slurry point and our manure pile for our cows. Open those up. Does gate open up? Yes, it does. So lots of animated things on this map. Really cool. Here we got a set of doors that's kind of fallen off. Let's see if we can figure out where we buy our moo-moos at. That must be the straw trigger. Here's our water trigger. And there we go. It's interesting that those are marked with zone markers, but the animal area is not. Look here. See that we've got our feed trough is right here. So we'll be able to, this is where we bring your grass and your power food. there's your cows. We've got a pretty small cow yard, so realistically, you're not going to have a giant herd of cows with respect to really, looking realistically. Let's go across the street to the pig farm. Here we are in the pig farm. Got a nice animated gate going on here. Storage. Farmhouse. And this appears to be a fuel point. Is that correct? Let me get off of here so I can see the map. Yep, there you can get some fuel. Yeah, jerry cans, fuel cans. And then take a look here. We can go up these steps and kind of explore the upper room up here. Got a little hole here where we could bring up like a conveyor or an auger or something. Really cool how detailed this map is. Kind of wondering if that might be water. Oh, all kinds of decorative things around the map that really make you wonder if they have a purpose. But when you check for triggers, there aren't any. So, like I said, really nice details all over the place. I'm not seeing the frame drops that I was earlier. So, not really sure. Maybe my system was just being a little frou-frou earlier. Here we got a nice ladder. We can climb up and kind of poke our head up there on the top. And this is the pig area. Interesting enough. So we're going to buy just 5 pigs because we got such a little area here. Can't fathom having a giant number of pigs in here. Here we've got what appears to be got the water trough outside, which is rather interesting. Got our slurry point. Suspect this is our manure pile. And I am guessing that inside of here we also have the trigger for straw and feed. Yep. Got what appears to be overlapping triggers here. So you bring in here, you should be able to put your food in here and your straw in here for your pigs. And the pigs live in just this little old building. Cool little shed or cool little area of the building. And that's the pig farm. Not a lot going on here. Let's see here. Where else do we got here that we run around to before we jump up to the gator? All right. Well, looks like we're just gonna have to jump up here to the gator and start exploring the map proper. Let's go ahead and zoom on out here and check this out. Basically, I guess like a vehicle shop, a repair shop. And all these doors open. Great detail has been taken into getting these doors open. You can look through the service pit here. They've got some boards there so you don't fall through. Looks like they could put a couple more boards in there, otherwise you still fall through. Right. Gates. Let's go ahead and one out. And now remember what I said about the map border. So we're approaching the map border here. We're going to go ahead and creep right on up to it and smack right on into it. Right there's the map border. Again, it's kind of a trend we've seen. Shaking up there. A trend that we've seen relatively recently with maps is the idea of the continuous map border, or the seamless map border, I guess it is, where the map just continues on beyond the visible border, or beyond the playable border, to give the map an additional frame of depth and everything. Like I said, all of these areas are showing like they have crop in them. I suspect that that the fields may or may not grow and rotate crops out. That would be rather interesting if they did. Here we got usable straw bales. A lot of them. It's pretty whack there. On the other side of the fence we need to... The way they are all over the place. I'm wondering if they weren't maybe supposed to be stacked in some way, but when they warped in, they somehow got all kerfluffled. But those are all usable, because see, when I come up to them, I get the hand. Object too heavy. They're all dynamic objects. So you can we can use those on our farm if we want. Now we're coming up here to the BGA. Oh, what is this? It's probably a straw sell point. Yep. So here's where you can bring your excess straw. Now let's prove my point here. Let's take one of these bales. This thing has auto load, right? Let's grab one. It's not. Grab it. Maybe the auto doesn't work on this. I don't really use it for that purpose. Let's see if we can coax one of these into the sell point by just nudging it. There. Well, I don't understand. It should sell, but maybe... No. Maybe they're not dynamic. I thought they would be. Let's have other arms. Yep. Where is the forks? Check this out. Where is my pallet forks? We don't have pallet forks, we just got a bucket, right? Let's fix that problem. And we're going to reset these. And they will appear way up there. And we're gonna drive this tractor up there real quick because I wanna try to spear that thing. I don't know why it's not selling, unless there's an issue with that sell point, maybe. More dynamic bales there. So we'll get us up there, I guess. But we can kind of get a... we're not zoomed out as far as the tractor or the gator would be, but let's have a little bit of look at the map while we're driving up here. Try not to run into trees. Go this way. You can see we do have traffic on the map, and There we just had a major frame hit, and I don't really know why. Alright, let's check this field out. 16.69 hectares, 55,000. We do have missions on the fields. 1.2 hectares, $98,000. Alright. Almost there. We do have mud on the map, you can see. We do have some fields that have mud in them. Visually, the mud is significantly different in texture than the rest of the field. So you will be able to kind of have a general idea where the mud is, where the mud isn't. Alrighty, here. You find it interesting that the reset point's way up here. I guess the idea is that this is a service station, and being a service station, this is where you would get your vehicles repaired, serviced. Oh, that rundown building there. Looks like we're going to explore that here in a little bit. That bridge both times. Alright. Well, look at that. It is not usable. You cannot stab it. Well, that answers that question. I thought, since I was getting the hand grab, that that would be a legitimate bale, but that is not. That is a deco bale that is not usable. Very, very interesting. Alright, so here we are. We've got our BGA. Let's see if these doors open up. Wait, no. Thought they opened up because they did look a little bit different. Got our bunkers. Let's go ahead and make sure that we got our trigger. Yep, there's our shaft trigger. Shaft trigger. And this one is not a bunker. This is just maybe it's a bunker, but it's been decommissioned for some reason. Sure looks like it could be a bunker, but it's decommissioned. Got our digestate tank there, and our silo king right here. Another one of those makes you think you can use them. Bales. Over here and just check out this building. This is pretty cool here. We got a rundown building. Beams and everything falling over. And then across the way here we've got what looks like I don't know if these are part of that building or if this is kind of a an old foundation that's really the ground's sunken and everything. I wouldn't think that this would be a building foundation the way the ground's all sunk down and everything, but maybe it was. It was a bad attempt at building something where it shouldn't be. Really great details all over the place on this map. Really, really nice. Really attractive looking looking area as far as just, you know, the general principle of I guess of a Polish map. Then we've got the big interesting contrast. We've got the all the rundown buildings and everything, and then we've got these latest technology wind turbines, all in the same view. So you saw there we've got See, we're getting some major frame hits, and I don't know what the deal is with that. And that was, like I said, that was the biggest deterrent to doing a video the first time, were all the frame hits that I was getting. Really like the odd-shaped fields that we've got going on here. Let's pull on in here to the sheep farm. Figure out where the entrance is. It's here. This is quite a facility for being just a sheep farm. And here we got one of those buildings I was talking about with the heap of grain in here. Nice decoration. You know, you really are setting a scene here with your stuff. Type of oil or something. All right, so here we are. Here's our sheep area. Our wool pallets are going to spawn here. Got our water trough. You obviously have to be able to get in here somewhere. There's a water trough. Building. Interesting. Where do we feed our sheep? Where do we buy our sheep? Right? Let's take a look. This. It's a gate. Oh. Again, some of the stuff is marked with zone markers, and other stuff is not. So this is where you're gonna buy and deliver your sheep. Okay. And we've got trigger here for, I guess, maybe feeding, as well as a trigger over there for feeding. So if you're going to try to, if you're going to do sheep, I would try to put your, because there's not a gate here. It is, but it's not functional at all. That might be a bug. Left click to open every other gate on the map, and left clicking doesn't do anything. I, O, R, none of that works. So assume maybe these are feed triggers as opposed to actually gate triggers, because we've had plenty of other actual operating gates here. Big old storage in here. And we have a, oh, see, it's been decommissioned. Look at that. We got a I got the barrier. That's pretty cool. You can see that there is there's no activation trigger on there. It's been decommissioned, but I really like that detail. This is pretty awesome. Pretty awesome details. I'm glad I took a second look at this and didn't get hung up by the fact that that I was having some frame issues. Have another bunker here. Nope, this just appears to be a tip. It's just set to tip. Sure, you could tip your root crops in here if you wanted to. This whole area is kind of an abandoned farm complex that doesn't have any other purpose. This is the animal dealer. Here we go. This is where you're buying your animals. That. And we can even come in here and check out this cool building. As far as the animal dealer go, the building itself is just decoration at this point. It's just deco. Serves no real purpose, but still, we've got operable doors everywhere. Amazing level of attention to detail on this, because we can get into things. I'm not seeing a way to get upstairs, but it looks like there's even an upstairs aspect to this. Let's fly and just take a look up there. Look at that. Got a whole upstairs area here that's been modeled and textured and everything. No way up here, stairs or anything. You'd have to come up here with like a belt or something. Very, very neat. Very, very cool. More of those bales, but they're not bales. Alright, let's head on back down to the cow area, because I just remembered that there is a bunker that I wanted to show you all. It's little fences. I can't see them zoomed out. Nice little town. And the pictures in the in Mod Hub show. Oh, this is what I wanted to show you all. Just leave it here. The pictures in the Mod Hub showed really cool graphical representations of how the map looked during the various seasons. So here we've got a just part of your, I guess, player farm here, or just an area adjacent to the player farm. And this is where I was talking about. We've got this pipe goes upstairs, and this is a stairs. The building that I was looking at had stairs to get up into, but you could see up there was a grain heap, and it's been set up, you know, as if it's some sort of grain storage. So here we'd have something that blows the grain up. Then here we've got a pipe and an auger to empty grain out. Again, all of these buildings have animated gates or animated doors, but for all intents and purposes is a non-player area, has animated gates and doors. Pretty cool. So here's that little bunker I wanted to show you. This is a little silage bunker, denoted with the tires. In here and tip in there, and then you can cover up your silage. Pig farm. I figure out where I was that I saw that building. Oh, well, I don't remember. Maybe I'll stumble upon it as we continue to look around. Deer in the road. Going over here and check out this area. $25 is 1.2 hectares, $95,000. I thought for sure we'd have a working gate on the church. All right, here is our wood chip sell point and our log sell point. Just run around the town here. So here's another one of those buildings with the heap. Here we got a pipe out, and here we have the steps. This looks like the building I was talking about. Yep, so we've got a heap up here of grain. Here we've got the pipe that blows it in. Just amazing levels of detail, this map. It's really incredible. The amount of effort that's gone into to decorating this thing up. Got a propane cylinder there. All right. It's the gator. There she is. All right. Lots of fuel all over the place. I'm seeing all kinds of fuel icons. You run out of fuel on this map, then you have not been paying any attention. That is for sure. Seriously, I got to... Right. While we're in town, I'm just going to do it this way, because then I can... Take a look. Let's go ahead and go on down south. And then we'll turn and go north and hit the other sell points up there. Oh, look at that. We got a power pole that was bent over. Interesting, because I thought these were like concrete. This one. I thought these things were like concrete, but this thing's been broken over. Pretty cool. Heading this way. Like chicken with the traffic. Field 54 is one of the bigger fields on the map. That's the one over here to our right. Into another small little town. Shop is right over here. Doesn't look like your traditional shop by any imagination, I guess. Look in here. Look at this. Again, the detail levels are amazing in here. Come in here, and this is where you've got your shop icon at the at the service counter. Got various pieces and parts in here in the kind of on the shelves. Pretty cool. Back storehouse. Then we have our spawn point for our vehicles. Then this is where we bring our stuff to either sell back or to customize. And let's go ahead and check out this sell point down here. And this sell point takes wheat, barley, canola, and potatoes, oat, and rye. Got in here, we got grain stored. Then we've got the sell point here where we tip in our silos, or sell point silos. Spin her on around, and remember, all of that is outside the playable map. Got another one of those seamless map borders down here. It's really good details. You can be farming right next to the map border and not really know it. Right. I'm gonna go ahead and set another frame hit, apparently for no reason. Pull up the map though. Some of these fields are super small. Look at field 49 and 50, 48. Those are like little postage stamps. In fact, I think the field is smaller than the numbers. Kidding me, people? It's just ease of driving. Let's just cut her over here. We have the water fill point where we can get our water. Everybody's probably been wondering, hey, where do you get your map water? Well, here's where you can get your water for your animals. Train. I don't know if there's an animated train that drives through here, or if that's just decorative. Got our forestry area. Go through here. We're getting frame hit for some reason. Gonna take a little shortcut back road up into this whole area. Now we're in the big city. Wondering if this is the sugar beet sell point for a scale. Go in so we can see. Yep. There we go. This is our sugar beet sell point. You just dump them right there to sell. Then back out. On over here to the wool sell point right here. Shop, like a garden area. And oh, go down this road to get to our this is the entry into the other big sell point. Scale typically, and then you would dump right here for your last sell point. And this one takes all of your main crops, including potatoes. Right. Yep, all your main crops, including no, not potatoes. All your main crops and stuff. So guys, I hope you liked this map. I really did. I'm not going to be playing it, but I really liked the map. I liked the aesthetics. I liked all the details. I liked the fact that you've got all those cool animated doors and gates and whatnot. Not really sure why I'm getting some frame hits at random spots. They just seemed kind of random. Didn't really seem to be super highly decorated or anything. But just be aware that if you do want to play the map, you may have some frame issues. Now, the guy that really encouraged me to do the video on it, he was saying that he wasn't having any issues whatsoever as far as frame rates go. But as you saw, while we had the frame counter up there, we occasionally would have some rather noticeable drops in frame rate. So just be aware of that. If you liked the video, please click the like button. If you're not a subscriber, please think about subscribing. We do map videos typically on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That field 1, it's pretty good. 3.47, $281,000. Let's just check out field 0.22, $17,000. 0.4, $35,000. Be a great map with little baby farm equipment. And let's check out field 54. I think field 1 is the biggest. 0.1. 0.44. And again is 3.47. So field 1 is definitely the biggest field. So we do map videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Right now we're doing Let's Play videos on Midtown USA on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we are closing out our Churn Farm series on Saturday and Sunday. That's the 24-day season series that we've been doing. We're closing that out. We are in our second game year on that map. And close to 100, it was like 190 days. 180 some days. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to show you guys this. Fields have rocks. Check this out. Got a big old rock here. Some of these fields have rocks in them. So I can't believe that I did not show you that earlier. Got all about it. Let's see here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, buddy. There's a big rock in the road. What are you going to do? Oh, that's going to leave a mark. All right, guys. With that, I'm going to close out. Happy farming.